Governor, was there anything specific in the transcripts that caused you to come to this conclusion?
There were a number of things, and any one of them may have been serious enough to cause me to ask him to step down, but certainly taken together, there seemed to be a pattern of unacceptable behavior, of mismanagement, failure to manage, that caused me to conclude that he was not able to continue to effectively carry out the duties of Ohio's Attorney General.
What incidents stand out?
Well, there were what I perceived to be some inconsistencies in the testimony. A failure to recognize the seriousness of some of the things that apparently had happened. A failure to exercise proper oversight and management of the office. The office of Ohio Attorney General is an important office, and I don't want to imply that I do not, that I think that the Attorney General has not done some good things, and of course most of the people who work in that office are career professionals, and they are people who work hard and carry out their duties in an admirable manner with honesty and integrity. And so I do not want anything that I say to imply that the career professionals who work in that office are anything but honorable people.
Would the inconsistencies in testimony lead you to think there may be a perjury potential?
I'm not an attorney, but I think it's sufficient to say that there seem to be inconsistencies within the testimony as I read it and understood it. I don't want to say that I believe perjury occurred, because that's not something that I feel that I am in a position to reach a conclusion about at this time.
The outcome of this to the Democratic ticket in November, how much of a role is that playing in this?
Well, when you ask someone to step down from an office to which they have been elected, and when you do as I and we have done, and say that if that does not occur, impeachment would be the next step. It goes well beyond political considerations. The people will decide, obviously.
Will his name come up in any conversations about potential?
I can tell you that that over the last few hours, I have been concentrating on our current Attorney General and what I believe he should do. And I have not begun the process of thinking about or vetting who would replace him. Now, that does not mean that I have, I don't have, names in my head, and that I have not mentioned certain names in conversations with my staff. But there has been no serious consideration of any replacement if the Attorney General were to step down.
What would be a misdemeanor or felony? It does require a misdemeanor or felony. Can you point to anything that you would be pursuing as such?
I don't know that a felony. Well, if you look at the Constitution, the conditions leading to impeachment are rather vague and non-specific. But being aware of that, I believe that if you look at the total of what has already come out in the investigation, and as you know, I have called for a further independent investigation, I believe that impeachment would be justified.
Governor, if he steps down, would there still be required independent special prosecutor, or would that be something that wouldn't be required if the Attorney General resigns?
John, as you know, there are several ongoing inquiries, potential inquiries by the Ethics Committee, by the Highway Patrol, by the federal entities. And so if the Attorney General were to step down, I would look at the scope of all of those ongoing inquiries and make a determination as to whether or not I felt they were complete enough, or if an independent counsel should be appointed. Currently, as circumstances stand right now, I believe an independent investigation is warranted.
Governor,
so was this a difficult decision for you?
Yes, it was.
So,
I mean, we're talking about an individual's career. We're talking about the human costs, and of course it was difficult. But as we said in the letter, the office of the Ohio Attorney General is more important than any single individual. It's a very important office, and it is an office that is, in many cases, the protector of the people. And so, this action that I've taken, with the support of all of our statewide officials, I'm talking about all of them, including Senator Sherrod Brown. We've talked about we probably spent I don't know, 5 or 6 hours discussing this at various times throughout yesterday. It was a very difficult decision, but I believe, and I think we believe collectively, that it was the right thing to do.
Governor, he sent out an email to his staff today, Mark Dann, saying he won't resign. You're ready, I take it, then to move ahead with impeachment?
We are ready to take whatever action is necessary. I would hope the Attorney General would understand that his effectiveness as an Attorney General has been so greatly diminished that, in my judgment at least, he cannot approach to the duties of that office. So I hope that he would recognize that and resign. If he does not, I can assure you that the steps about impeachment inquiry.
The Attorney General says that he's released an email. He says he's not stepping down, that he's not going anywhere. Is that resolution to impeach, will that happen today?
No, because we just reached this decision yesterday, and of course we would want to be cautious and careful in constructing the resolution to make sure that we've done it appropriately. But it will be done in a timely manner.